What's going on, you lukewarm evangelicals? My name is Jay Dottie, and welcome to Dottie's Den. Now, in today's video, we're going to be looking at Charlamagne the God, talking about Trump not wanting to be the Republican nominee anymore. For some weird reason, that just doesn't make sense to me.
He's talking about Donald Trump. He doesn't like to say his name, but talking about how he feels that he believes that Kamala Harris is going to be the next president. You said something the other day, Charlamagne, that wasn't saying you don't think Trump can win, wasn't saying you don't think any of that. It was you don't think Trump wants to be president anymore. I just want to play it. Here it is.
Like what?
He does not want to be the Republican nominee no more. He is hoping that Republicans do him the way the Democrats did Biden. He wants to be put out of his misery. You can hear it in his voice.
Do you know how goddamn stupid that sounds? That sounds so stupid. Why would Trump, out of all people, not want to be the Republican nominee anymore for president? This just doesn't make any sense. He literally, I want to say fought tooth and nail because he didn't have to. He was going to be the Republican nominee regardless, right? But he definitely went after all of those cats. Vivek Ramaswamy, he went after him. He went after he really went after Nikki Haley. He went after the fat guy. I forgot the fat guy's name. I really forgot his name. Chris Christie, yeah, that was his name. And the other two governors he didn't really care about. But still, essentially, he was there to win that Republican nomination, which he did because it was just that easy. So what is he talking about? I don't understand what perspective Charlamagne is coming from right now, but let's keep going.
You believe that?
100%. I think, what Nikki Haley said when she said the first party to get rid of their 80-year-old candidate was going to win this election. I think that's going to come to be true. And I think that, he's just over it. I mean, the guy did just get shot at, a month ago? And I think there's some PTSD involved. I think everything that you're seeing right now from Donald Trump is just a response to trauma. He's just staying busy because he absolutely has nothing else to do. Or maybe it's just his ego saying, hey, I need to continue to run because I want to stay out of jail. But I don't think he wants to be the nominee in any way, shape, or form.
Do you think that too? And do you think it goes back to that moment when he was shot at?
I don't think that part. I do think that he is running to stay out of jail. I think the Trump family saw quite a boost.
He's running to stay out of jail. He's running to stay out of jail. That's what she did say. Let's be honest here. He wouldn't have even got convicted of a felony if he wasn't running for president. Like, if he wasn't running for president, they would have just left him alone. But he actually came back because he's seen how terrible the country was under Joe Biden. He said, hey, I have to run again, which he kind of did. Let's be honest. I really wanted Vivek to win. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Full disclosure. I was going to vote for Vivek 100% if he would have won the nomination. But Trump is still pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think he just seen how bad Joe Biden was. And her saying that, oh, yeah, he's only running to keep himself out of jail. Come on, let's be honest. If he wasn't in jail, if he wasn't running for president, he wouldn't be going to jail anyway. Let's just be honest about that part.
Boost, even economically, from his presidency. And I think Donald Trump would do anything to stay out of jail. He has a bunch of folks who follow him. He won at least the Electoral College in 2016. And I think that's what this is about. I think that he has a huge ego and it gets in his own way.
At some point, you got to say enough is enough, though, right? At some point, it's not worth it. You got all of these criminal charges. You're getting shot at. I don't see no enthusiasm from him when he's on the trail. The joke's not even hitting no more.
He has enthusiasm. I just seen his Theo Von interview. That was a pretty good interview with him and Theo Von. But rather, he definitely has enthusiasm. It's just that he just sees how bad the country is right now. Like right now, Kamala Harris is just making jokes. I've been looking at the Democratic National Convention for the past couple of days, and all I've been doing is like just attacking him for the most part. It was one lady on here. I forgot her name. I completely forgot who it was. There's so many people speaking, right? One lady, excuse me. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't talk right now. One lady, like, literally said, hey, we're going to save our children by giving them reproductive rights. That's an oxymoron. What are you talking about? Like, let's save our kids from Donald Trump, who's going to have a federal abortion ban, by saving our kids' reproduction rights. Reproduction rights? You're going to save our kids' reproduction rights? That's how you're going to save them? What about the kid, like, in your stomach at the moment? Like, do they not matter?
He's never been a big policy person. I don't think he wants to be out here no more.
So, but I mean, I guess when you're talking traumatic on a traumatic basis, psychological basis. But Charlamagne, what about the jail issue? I mean, if he loses, never mind pardons and whether Biden pardons him the way out. I mean, just say all that actually happens. You still have state charges that could result in a really long time in jail.
I don't think we'll ever see Donald Trump in a jail cell. He's a white man in America who was a former president. There's a different level of privilege with that. I don't think jail is actually.
Okay, I was gonna say for a second. Finally, Charlamagne said something a little bit smart. He said he was not going to be in a jail cell. I'm like, okay, finally. He said something kind of smart. But then he said, he's a white man in America. Come on, Charlamagne. Really, he's a white man in America. White men don't go to jail. They can't. So a white man's never been to jail before. A rich white man he's never been to jail before. The first person I think about is the Wolf of Wall Street guy. Like, come on. You know he was out in a couple of months. But still, that was like a white collar crime. That's why. But come on, Charlamagne. Really. You don't think he was going to go to jail at all because he was white? That's why he wasn't going to go. He just wasn't going to go to jail because he didn't do anything really wrong. And now they see that he's running against them. They like, hey, we kind of want to get him out of here because he's a really big threat. He's a threat to our democracy. No, he's a threat to your party winning. That's what he is. But let's keep going.
Issue. I don't think we'll ever see Donald Trump in a jail.
Michelle Obama talked about that. That's the real affirmative action, the kind that lets you fail forward.
Absolutely.
So she did talk.
We've never even seen him in handcuffs. With all those criminal charges, we've never seen him in handcuffs.
Just
one
a
mugshot.
Like, that's
no. Like I know people say that, like, oh, he's running because he wants to stay out of prison. Donald Trump is not going to prison. So I'm sticking to what I'm saying. I don't think Donald Trump wants to be. I don't think he wants to be running for president right now.
Definitely hasn't been sentenced yet.
Okay, you mentioned Michelle Obama and what she said. Now she talked about, talked about black jobs, right?
Love that.
At the convention a couple weeks ago. So she made a comment about that last night.
Oh yeah,
which was very well received in the room that we're sitting in here now.
Not gonna lie, the Michelle Obama comment was pretty funny, but it was you're gonna see my perspective on it in a second. Hold on.
Let me just play her.
Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Oof, that was pretty funny, right? So the comment itself was pretty funny, and I get what she was doing. It was like a player on his words about the black job during the debate with him and Biden, right? But my only issue with this whole entire black job fiasco, because a lot of Democrats, I guess, are on social media, even the fact that she even knew to say that. You guys are studying a lot, but my only issue with this black jobs fiasco, right, is that you didn't actually focus on what he was saying. You just are going off of your emotions and how you felt it sounded, right? He was literally saying that these immigrants, these illegal immigrants that have come up in here are literally taking the jobs away from black people. Of course, he said black jobs, which really, this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he said black jobs, but he did say it, okay? So whatever. But it was literally him making the point that, hey, these illegal immigrants coming up in the country, entering literally as criminals. At that point, they're criminals. If they enter illegally, they're criminals. According to the law, at least. It used to be according to the law. I don't even know if we have a law at this point. But they are literally criminals, and they're taking black jobs. That was the entire point of him saying that. They skimmed past his point and went to the fact that he said, what is a black job? Like all these people, what is a black job? Really? You guys just like completely skimmed over what he was saying in the first place because you guys are mad that he said black jobs? That should just be a meme. We should just like have a shirt that says bring back black jobs. Something like that, But let's keep going.
The best was the face after because we know what that means. And yeah, I think that the reality of it is this has been a black job only once before, and it's about to be a black job again. And the reality of it is if Donald Trump was anybody else, even in the Republican Party, he would not be where he was.
God forbid it's going to be a Kamala Harris job. Skip a black job. We just don't want it to be Kamala Harris. Please, anybody else but her. There were literally so many Democrats that they could have chosen from, like that were just way better than her, and they just didn't. They just gave her the nomination. She didn't go through any type of primary, any type of votes. She literally was one of the least popular people on her polls back in 2020. Like, do you guys understand what they're doing right now? This is like literally, I'm not going to say it's unconstitutional because that's what Trump is saying, that it's unconstitutional, but it's definitely disgusting. That's just saying it's just disgusting. Like, why are you guys doing this? Why didn't you guys just hold a primary? Why are you guys pretending as if Joe Biden just got sick? He's been sick. You guys already knew he was sick. So you guys are pretending that he just got sick and they just decided to put Kamala Harris up in there. No, you guys already knew Joe Biden was incompetent. You already knew he had mental impairments from the beginning. So what are you guys doing? All right, but with that being said, I think I've rambled on enough up in this video. I just wanted to talk about that Black Jobs comment that I seen Michelle Obama make. But with that being said, my name is Jay Dottie. I am your host. This is Dottie's Den. Like and subscribe. Peace.